Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Exclusive. The wife of a reclusive radio tycoon once estimated to be worth $200 million has died just 3 days after he passed away. Bill Caralis died aged 82 on July 19 at Benoa on Queensland's Gold Coast, according to a funeral notice published on the weekend. His wife, Pam Caralis, joint proprietor of Australia's largest privately owned radio network, died on July 22, the day her husband's death was announced. Daily Mail Australia understands Mr. Caralis suffered a heart attack sometime after visiting his wife who was suffering a long-term illness in hospital. Bill and Pam left an indelible mark on many people's lives, their joint funeral notice stated. Their generosity to their staff and colleagues in the radio industry will never be forgotten. They were together for 60 years of marriage, inseparable in life and death. Mr. Caralis was as famed for his reclusive nature as for creating a media empire which became the super radio network of 42 stations across NSW and Queensland. He rarely gave interviews and was notoriously reluctant to be photographed. Mr. Caralis made a rare exception to his obsession with privacy in March 2014 by taking out a newspaper ad to celebrate his golden wedding anniversary. An accompanying black and white photograph of the couple was described by one radio industry website as the first verified picture of Mr. Caralis to have been published for 50 years. The Super Radio Network includes 2SM, which dominated Sydney's commercial ratings in the 1970s as a music station and now employs former talkback king John Laws. Mr. Caralis, whose wealth was estimated to be at least $200 million in a 2005 profile in the Australian Financial Review, did not flaunt his personal fortune. He was known for wearing tracksuits when he came into the office and for being reluctant to spend money on equipment, infrastructure, or wages. One former employee who worked at 2SM when Mr. Caralis lived above the Permont studio early this century remembered staff bringing in their own toilet paper. In April 2003, Mr. Caralis saved himself tens of thousands of dollars a year when he withdrew 2SM from the Sydney radio rating system, citing a lack of faith in the accuracy of listener surveys. The station's last survey result before that decision was just 0.6% of the available audience. A radio industry veteran told Daily Mail Australia he expected Broadcast Operations Group, which trades as Super Radio Network, to be worth somewhere between $30 million and $70 million. Mr. Caralis was born in Greece and moved to Australia in 1945 at the end of World War II. He left school in his early teens and worked for his father's grocer's shop in Sydney's Queen Victoria building before moving into property development. After building a shopping centre at Marrickville in the city's inner west, Mr. Caralis had a stint in liquor retailing, establishing Camperdown Cellars. He was president of the Newtown Rugby League Club from 1979 to 1982 before the Jets were kicked out of the first-grade competition. In the early 1980s, Mr. Caralis moved to Tweed Heads on the NSW North Coast and began buying up regional broadcasters, starting in 1987 with 2RG in Griffith. He would add stations in Dubbo, Parkes, Mudgee, Lismore, Murwillumbah, Terry, Tamworth, Armidale, Grafton, Orange, Gunnedah, Port Macquarie, Toowoomba and Gympie. Mr. Caralis purchased 2SM from INXS manager Chris Murphy for $8.25 million in 1999 and expanded his network the next year to include 2HD and NEWFM in Newcastle. His death led to glowing tributes from many of the stations he owned. Mr. Caralis maintained a close connection with his staff and was deeply invested in his stations and the people that worked for him, Toowoomba's 4WK station posted on social media. His love and passion for radio was inspirational and all of us here at 4WK will miss him greatly. Brooke Marsden, breakfast host on Radio 97 which broadcasts on the Gold Coast and into the Tweed and Northern Rivers of NSW, also expressed her condolences. It was an honor to know Bill Caralis, a true legend and one-of-a-kind human being, she wrote. Thank you for everything, Billy. May your big beautiful heart rest in peace. Radio 2VM in Moree posted. We have been assured that it will be business as usual with all staff urged to continue in his loving memory. Rest easy, boss. Mr. and Mrs. Caralis are survived.